Hello, friends, family, parishioners, supporters of College Church. My name is Janae Davis, and thank you for joining us today for Tea Time with Katie and Jasmine. Like I said, my name is Janae Davis, and I am the College Church Communications Specialist Vista, and I am working with the Outreach Program. Without further ado, let's welcome Katie and Jasmine to the seat. Hello. So we're going to introduce Jasmine Brown. She is the outreach coordinator for the program. And then we have Katie Copps. She is the mobile outreach coordinator for the program.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Brown. As Janae stated, I am the on-site outreach coordinator, working with our ID and birth certificate program every Tuesday. So you may see our guest here on Tuesdays in the mornings from 9 a.m. to 12:30 and sometimes 1 o'clock, helping those guests retrieve birth certificate, IDs, and also just providing them with resources that we may have on hand, including meals, children's books. We also help them with information on attaining Social Security cards. So just trying to make sure that we are servicing them with whatever resources we do have, but also making sure that we pay for those birth certificates and ID programs to help our guests get employment, back in school, and a range of other things to get their life back on track.
Thank you, Jasmine.
And my name's Katie Copps. I'm the mobile outreach coordinator for the birth certificate and ID program here at College Church. So as Jasmine was saying, we have our on-site program where people can come on Tuesdays between 9 and 1 to receive assistance with getting birth certificates, IDs, and other vital records. My position is to expand that service and brainstorm some different ways to make birth certificates and ID assistance more accessible in the St. Louis community.
Thank you for your introductions, ladies. So today's purpose of Tea Time with Katie and Jasmine is really just getting to know these two ladies and the work that they do into the program and putting a name to a face and just giving College Church supporters the opportunity to learn more about the outreach program and our coordinators. So we can get started with questions about yourselves. So tell me about your immediate family, ladies. Jasmine, what's your favorite way to spend time with your family?
My favorite way to spend time with my family is always over food. We have a very large family, and one of the things that we pride ourselves on for many generations is just being able to cook Southern food. My grandparents on both sides are from Mississippi. And so I personally took after my great-grandmother with baking, and then my dad does everything else from barbecuing to smoking the meat and everything in between. So it's always nice to get with my family and do Sunday dinners or just whenever we can really get together, but there's always some really good food involved.
Oh, great. Yes, me and my family, we love to bond over cooking as well. Katie, what about yourself?
I would have a pretty competitive family, so I would say that our bonding is like game nights and stuff like that, and they can get always very energetic and fun. So I would say that's probably our most common way of spending time together.
Perfect. Thank you. Jasmine, what is your favorite way to spend a day off?
What day off? No, I am working on trying to open up my days to just really taking some time off. I'll say the last time that I had just an amazing day off, I actually spent it apple picking for the first time. So that was really cool. I went to Eckert's and got to pick some apples that I ended up dipping in caramel and putting pecans on. It's pretty awesome stuff.
Yes. Fun fact, Jasmine, she is a great great baker.
Thank you.
Yes, if you ever need a cake or cupcakes or any baked good, please hit up Jasmine. Yeah. Okay. What about you, Katie? What is your favorite way to spend the day off?
I've been really trying, like you said, trying to get open up to that time, but I've been trying to get outside more. So that's usually my favorite way to spend a day off. And now that we're closing the summer months, I try to get myself to spend more time outside. So if I can go and find a trail or do some hiking or stuff like that, that's typically what I like to do.
Perfect. Yes. I love how you guys are saying what day off. So much work to do. Perfect. Okay. So I just wanted to take a quick second, everyone, and introduce you all to our Ignite campaign. We're just so excited to announce it this year. So in lieu of the gala, we are highlighting the many ministries at the college church that support our mission. And this week we are starting off with the outreach program, which so happens to be great because we were having our live today. So it works out perfectly to tell you guys about the Ignite program. The Ignite program will be telling stories of all our ministries through videos, social media posts, and more, focusing on one area of ministry every week from October through December, and inviting financial contributions to keep this work going. So we will have a silent auction and a raffle later in the next few weeks. So there will be multiple opportunities to give. There will be a link that is going to be put down below that you can obtain. And then it's also on our website for the college church. So then we can actually get into another question for you guys, for you ladies. So where is the next place on your travel bucket list and why?
That's a good question. I think I'm gonna try to reattempt Hawaii.
Yeah.
Because I was actually supposed to go on a cruise for my birthday, but it was through a cruise line and it keeps getting rescheduled. So I would love to do Hawaii. I have never been. I heard it was beautiful, and I am definitely a child of the water. I love water, and they're surrounded by it. So I heard they have some of the best and most beautiful beaches in the world. So that's why I want to travel there, soak up some of that sun.
That's funny you ask. I'm actually kind of in the midst of planning a celebratory trip once I finish my MSW here at SLU. So
Yes.
We were looking into going to Gatlinburg, Tennessee to do some hiking over there because the bluffs over there are gorgeous. So that's probably my next stop.
Yes. Yes. So I am trying to go to Mexico for my birthday soon.
Yes.
So hopefully I can make that happen. So Mary Ann asked in the chat, are they also graduate students at SLU? I know, Katie, you just mentioned your MSW, but if you guys wanted to share a little bit about that.
Sure. Actually, funny, Katie and myself are both in the MSW program. We work together. We have classes together, groups together, and we'll both graduate together in May.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So thank you, Mary Ann, for that question.
We're in the trenches together.
Yes. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to put it down in the chat below and we can ask the ladies. Okay, so we can then start talking about your roles and outreach program and college church, really. So I'll start by asking, when you started your position as outreach coordinator or mobile outreach coordinator, what most surprised you?
I think what most surprised me is the volunteers. The volunteers are so knowledgeable, so helpful, and it's not something that they just come to do. It's something that they're very dedicated in helping and making sure that the guests are aware that they really want to help. They go like above and beyond to just really show people that they care, and then that translated over to me as well because I just felt so welcomed by them, and it was such a warm welcome. I was really surprised at just how like professional and dedicated, and then also the fact that at the center of that we still take that time to pray and support one another. The volunteers they really surprised me. It was awesome.
Great. Yes, we definitely have a strong group of volunteers who are just very dedicated, and we just are so grateful for them. What about you, Katie?
I would have to say, just as I've been making connections with other agencies in the community and other people engaged in the St. Louis community, I've been just like pleasantly surprised with how much people are really wanting to engage with this service, and I've received nothing but like great support and interest in expanding this service and birth certificate and ID assistance. And a lot of the agencies and other professionals in the community who are dedicated to this work have been nothing but amazingly helpful and super engaged. So I'm really excited to see where we go with all of the support that I've been able to get out of the community.
Awesome.
Yes, very exciting. We have a question in the chat. Are there some things you think we could do differently to make outreach even better?
I've thought about this a lot because I'm definitely thinking about the expanding and just wanting to make sure that volunteers feel supported and that we can try to reach more people. So I definitely feel like I've been talking to my supervisor just about how to expand our outreach and how to expand it to just local colleges as well, just to make more people in different areas aware of that service that we offer. So that's been a huge thing that I just think about all the time that would help make it better, is just to increase the support that we have. And then also just finding ways to make sure that I'm increasing the knowledge I have so I can provide it to the volunteers and they can feel best supported.
Yes, thank you. What about you, Katie?
Yeah, I think that that's a really great point about like making the people who do have contact with the program already feel really well supported. And I feel like my position just goes very well into expanding the outreach program in general. So that's just kind of my function right now, is to make it more accessible and kind of work on expanding and find ways that we can even tweak even more like the services that we offer and kind of make them more fitting for other agencies, and really try to tailor it to the needs in the community.
Perfect. Yes, thank you guys so much. You guys just sound so passionate and in your roles, and like just very exciting. So it's just it's so refreshing. Yes, we have some love in the chat. We have Mary Ann Moore saying, welcome to both of you. We're happy you're part of the team. Thank you, Mary Ann. Sandra Spencer, she said, this is a great idea, seeing and hearing the both of you. Thanks for becoming such a vital part of College Church and the ID program. Thank you. Yes, and then Emily Edwards, who is a former outreach coordinator. She said, thank you all for sharing. What a wonderful community.
Hi, Emily. Your name is still on the copy machine. So I know you through that.
Thank you. Yes, please keep asking questions. We're just getting started here. So what are you most excited about in your role?
I think I'm most excited in my role to see where it goes, because not only is this like my first year, and of course you have so many ideas and you see all the different needs that our guests have, and you think about which ways you can expand that. And so not only do I have that idea, and then Katie, this is your first role here doing like the mobile aspect to it. So I'm just really excited to see what more we can do, because now it seems like that focus is there and we have a bigger drive to do that. So I'm just really interested in seeing how I can help and how we can grow, because I think this is definitely going to be the time to do that while I'm here. I don't know. I feel that. Yeah, I definitely feel like it's a time for growth. So it's just going to be really interesting to see how it grows.
Right. Yes, what about you, Katie?
Definitely. I feel really fortunate to be in this new position too. It's really offered me like a great perspective and great opportunity to kind of be creative, and I have this space to kind of like pilot and brainstorm and really connect with other professionals to collaborate, which has been really awesome. So I think I'm just most excited to see how far we're able to expand and how many more agencies we can connect with to be able to deliver this. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to see how we can expand the program.
Thank you so much, ladies. We have Tess, who is our old outreach coordinator from last year. Hi, Tess. She said, "What's in your cups?"
If you can believe it, it's jasmine tea, which I think is really interesting. I thought that was a nice touch. It's
equal exchange, fair trade, organic jasmine tea. So,
did you make that, Jasmine?
I mean,
kind of.
It was a collaborative effort because I couldn't figure out the little. I'm working on my technology and just figuring out electronics. So it was a machine back there I couldn't figure out, but Katie helped.
Yes. So Tess also asked, "What or who are you toasting today?" I guess we didn't toast. Maybe we should. What are we toasting to today? Or for the year and what we hope to do.
What could we toast? I guess the first thing that came to my mind was collaborative efforts. We definitely have, like you said, Katie, working with the communities or just the community in general, but just different organizations around us. And then I myself am looking into working with just different organizations around SLU that we haven't connected with yet and different colleges. So it's like, it would be nice to toast to that those relationships are positive ones and lucrative ones. I was like, that's the first thing that came to my mind. To toast to that.
Toast to collaborative efforts. Right. Yes. Thank you, Tess. Angela, she asked, "Jasmine, can you tell the story of how you recruited people to record videos for the Ignite campaign?"
I love Angela. That's a good question. So we had an interview activity maybe 2 weeks ago, and it was to help just highlight the other side of the experience, like the guest experience with us, and how we're able to help when it comes to birth certificate and IDs. And so as guests were coming in, I kind of was, I have to be all over the place on Tuesday anyway. So just kind of listening to different experiences that people were sharing with our volunteers and just some of the stories and the opposition that our guests had to overcome and what brought them in. And just to see certain people leave with just like the incredible amount of joy and relief. It was just like, it was so many people that I would have loved to bring in, but the first young lady I saw who just really had some opposition to overcome was a young lady with a baby. She came in with her baby, and her baby was adorable, and she just really was open to sharing. And so it was just going up and communicating with her about just wanting to highlight her experience and just wanting to get her to share that story as a success story versus just like the hardship that she was experiencing. And the other gentleman, I guess I was walking past his table and I heard something similar about a fire he had. And so he was just so appreciative. And one of the volunteers actually got my attention after working with him. And it was just to hear his story. It almost broke my heart, but he was just so joyous about the services that we were able to provide. It was almost like the fire was the least of his worries. And so it's just like, we really have to get these people in to share, because this really is a testament to the work that we're doing, or a reminder of the work that we're doing, even when we kind of get far away from that. So
yes, thank you. And our first video for the Ignite campaign that Jasmine was recruiting for is also on our Ignite website, as well as the YouTube page for the College Church and the website. So please check that out. Also, keep the questions coming. So we have another one. How do you motivate or inspire yourself in your career?
I'll let you take that.
I would definitely say it's helpful to be like in the MSW program and be involved in like SLU's mission and College Church's mission at the same time. I've definitely, like, I know that this personally will be a huge learning experience for me to be in this position and to have the opportunity to connect with so many other people and so many professionals who are working towards impacting change in the community. And I just think that that's been really inspiring. And my journey just as a social worker in general through the MSW program has certainly motivated me to like take on this career. And I definitely think that this will be a great way for me to kind of keep figuring out where my niche is.
I think reminding myself about the accountability factor and just the responsibility that I hold is what keeps me going, because it's not just about me, but getting into social work is a helping profession. And I have to keep reminding myself that when I come into College Church, when I step onto SLU's campus or wherever I'm going, I have to really be aware of what I'm doing, even on my Facebook, just like everywhere, that what I'm doing and who I'm helping and what I'm learning is all to benefit someone else. So that factor, keeping that in mind, is what keeps me really motivated to just stay on top of things, because I'm responsible for really influencing change.
Thank you, ladies, so much. Okay. Please get your last questions in as we are about to wrap up soon. Is there anything that you guys would like to share that you didn't get a chance to, or something that you would like the outreach supporters to know?
That I'm just grateful to be here, number one, and thank you guys again for welcoming myself, the both of us, in, really, because this is just new. It's a learning experience, but if we didn't say it or if we didn't show, we definitely are passionate about what we do. Want to be here and want to make sure myself, I know that when I leave, that I'm leaving, with a lasting impact, a positive lasting impact. So I definitely take what I do very, very seriously here, and I'm passionate about it. And thank you again for having us.
Yeah, and I would say I've just really loved the opportunity to be able to connect with parishioners and people who are engaged with the outreach community have been great about reaching out to offer their input or feedback, which is always really helpful and appreciated. So we appreciate you all hopping on here with us and listening to us. But if anybody has other feedback or input that they'd like to let us know, we're happy to hear it. And please feel free to reach out and connect with us.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you, ladies, so much. And before we leave, I just want to talk about Ignite one more time. Please, everyone, go to the website, tell your friends, share with your family, on your social media. There's many ways to support Ignite campaign and just getting us to our $100,000 goal. Please check out our website for next week's ministry that we are going to be highlighting, and ways to donate are also through the Ignite campaign. And also there's opportunities to be an ambassador for the campaign. Thank you so much, everyone. Your contributions support programs like the outreach program. All right, ladies. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time and showing the outreach College Church, what you're about. So thank you so much.
Thank you.